Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today, I want to talk to you about something I've been seeing on YouTube lately, and that is the Wii U system breaking. And this is due to people not using it for a long time. Now I'm not saying that it happened to everybody, but the reports were that after just 6 months of not being used, they went to turn it on, and the system was, dead basically, just a black screen. And this was, the failure to various things from capacitors to, the chips on the inside just going corrupt from just losing their memory, whatever. But, this is something I've heard of other devices. And the other device I heard about was the Sony PSP. There was a video I saw from the Wicked Gamer Collector, and he showed where people were telling him about it, and he had actually had some of his systems do that. And this was because he would not use it. He would just store it in a box and keep it for a collection and never play it. And this made the batteries either die from not being freshly cycled normally like they were used to, because they were designed to be cycled with, being charged to discharge. And so when this natural thing doesn't go, they just basically die. They just lose all functionality. And this can even happen to like car batteries and other batteries after a time. They just dead. They go dead from not being used or never, never being used too. Same thing, yeah, being used, overused. But everything has its fine line. So when it comes to your systems, it's kind of hard when you have a lot of game systems to go and constantly play them. But I think this is something that we need to do, because if it happened to the PSP, and now people are talking about the Wii U. I don't have a Wii U. I just got a regular Wii. But if this is going on with that device, then it mainly could probably happen to like a PS3. I don't think it'll happen to a PS2 because this system was a little different. It was in between technologies. You know what I'm saying? So the PS1 and 2 to me feel like they won't happen, but it might. We don't know. We just got to give it time. But when it comes to like your Nintendo and your Super Nintendo, I've never had any problems. I mean, people don't use those for years, and they click right on. They turn on and play every time. You just gotta keep them clean, dust free. Don't try to expose them to smoking and stuff. Either smoking, any kind of smoke would affect them. Every smoke carries particles in it that can collect to a device, and so that's another thing. Maintaining the cleanliness of that device and where it's being stored and where it's being played is very important. You can't put these devices, put them up where they're going to be exposed to the elements. Like I have right here a Nintendo Entertainment System action set, and I wrapped it in a plastic that would not break down or leach chemicals, breaking down the box or the labels or affecting that. But it protects it completely from the elements, from grease and fire and air and smoke, whatever. Everything is protecting it. And because it's a Nintendo system, because I want to preserve it, I'm not never going to play it. Now, whether or not in 40 years from now it'll turn on just like that, I don't know. It does have capacitors. Those capacitors can fail, and they got chips in them, and those chips can fail too from just being stored for so long. But it is being maintained in a friendly environment. It's humidity or nothing, whatever, is not being changed because it's completely sealed. And then the temperature is always roughly room temperature, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, so, and this helps to preserve it. But hey, it would suck if I open it up one day and boom, it's dead. That would suck because it's a brand new mint condition. Nintendo was used it like once and they packed it back up, so I got it there now. So I understand when people are like, no, I don't want to touch my stuff. Yes, I'm never going to touch that. But all these other ones I got on display, I will play them. I will go until I die at least and then put it back. But I do it for all of them. For every single system. And you see, I got them playing here, and I will let them go until they get low, and then I'll charge them fully, and then I'll set them there and just admire them underneath the lights. And I'll go and I'll play my next system, whether it be the PlayStation 4 which is not retro, but hey, it's gaming. I love gaming. Look at that. Look how beautiful that God of War looks. That is 1080p and 120 hertz. It's awesome. And then over here I got, the Nintendo 64 going with my little portable TV, and I play that every so often too. But that thing, one day might fail from not being used enough. Never know. You just don't know. But I always suggest using your stuff. Use your equipment. I bought this expensive old Ikigami BVM, and some people are like, oh man, I'm not going to use it very much now, man. When I go to play, I use it. I turn it on, I play it. Yes, I got this big old beautiful beast. Sometimes I play with both of going at the same time just to love it. But it helps to maintain the system. It warms its heart. It's like you waking up in the morning doing that stretch, doing that little 5 push-ups, It maintains you. Same thing with my little Dell computer here. I use it only with my Sega Dreamcast, but the Sega Dreamcast, if you haven't gone in there and changed the memory battery to the little mod where you can put the CR2032 battery, and so its memory stays forever, almost for like 2-3 years, rather than a month just sitting there. If I don't play it enough to charge up the rechargeable battery in here, then the clock stops. It resets. So I have to turn it back on and make sure. So this has to be played once a week, like no matter what, to maintain that rechargeable battery at least. Okay, Sega Saturn, it doesn't have to worry about that. Its battery's a CR2032, not an MR2032. Rechargeable, CR is non-rechargeable. And this, I play it the same way, just every so often, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and then put it up and just admire it. But yeah, breaking is a possibility. It's something to worry about, but as long as you're taking care of your system, like I said, keeping it in an environment that's friendly to it, don't slamming it, don't dropping it, none of that, because all that affects it. All that affects the life of your console. And so one of the most important things is to always go in and upgrade all the capacitors. And nowadays there's a capacitor kit from console 5 for pretty much every console that you can possibly think of. And there's a video on how to do it. And if you don't like that video, there's another video about it showing you how to even do it. Like Votar, he's got all kind of videos showing how to do it, and he's a professional. So watch him a couple times, 5 times, get it down, try it yourself on one that's broke, and then just check it out. Be like, yeah, the welds look good, and then just go do it. Fix your stuff, because it is a beautiful thing where you can just take a Nintendo that costs $5 on Macari, open it up, clean it, and then boom, it works. And it's like, oh my God, that was me. That was my accomplishment. I maintained that console to last forever. But yeah. Go out there, get you a console, maintain it, love it, and if it does break on you, let somebody know so that this information can get out and that we can all learn from each other. Because if we don't inform each other of these kind of things, we're not going to know how to fix it, okay? So, teach each other. Pass that love on. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.